Good morning. Something a bit different today. We are off to the races. The Clàssica Terres is going through today. It's a local bike race. It does have some biggish names in it. Enric Mas is going to be there today, and we're just going to ride off and see it. But we're on the Canyon Grizl ON fly, which is a little bit like taking a howitzer to a knife fight. But we're going to need this howitzer because we're not going to go on the road to go and see the Clàssica Terres. Oh no, we are we're going to go over a mountain. Not sure steepest bit so far. Yeah. We're going over a gravelly mountain. I know it's a tough one. I did it last on an all-bear rise, so it could be quite challenging. I'm looking forward to it. You know, these videos have a bit of an edge to them sometimes. Well, today's jeopardy is that I'm running late, and last time I was running late for a oh dear, last time I was running late for a road race, I had a heart attack. So hopefully we won't be repeating that today. I'm actually feeling quite relaxed. So if I miss it today, I miss it. It's going to be a lovely ride out. We've got a beautiful day. We're probably about an hour and a half ahead of it. And it's going to go straight up the middle of Morro d'Ebre. But of course we're not going to watch there. What would be the fun in that? I do like these signs. I'm not sure they have the same charm as a gendarme standing on the back of his motorbike with a whistle and a flag. Already police on every roundabout, which is a bit of a surprise, I must say. So it might be a bit more behind than I thought. This used to be gravel. It is new tarmac. I'm a little bit disappointed actually. But it's lovely. No time to do what I normally do, which is call these horses over for a cuddle. It's going to be a little bit thin on the ground for the next few weeks in terms of adventures, because Mrs. Yako is getting a new hip. So I'm going to need to be quite attentive. Very super attentive to her every need and whim, so we're going to be doing things like this. But this is the mountain we've got to get over. Come on, chop chop. Nice bit of dust. It feels like I'm in the lead at the Strabianchi. I don't know if you can hear or not, but I am actually panting away here, getting a really good workout. Yeah, I don't think I've been up this road before. I've come up the mountain from another side, but I haven't come up this side. It's a little bit intimidating, it's quite huge. Well, we're climbing, so I'm going to try and take my mind off it, and I can tell you a funny story. It's funny because I can't really believe it's happening. As you know, I now have a company making Yako Rides Again jerseys and bib shorts and such. The company themselves seem quite happy because what they've suggested, you're gonna love this. They've suggested a Yako Rides Again summer collection. I love it. What they suggested is that I put together some ideas for the things that I love. And so I have. And those jerseys are, I believe, now in production. And if you like them, you can go and buy them. Can't see the point of dull cycling clothes. It's just too bloody dangerous out there for dull colours, in my opinion. Ah, I forgot about baby goats. There's very little in the world better for your spirits than a baby goat. If you fancy them, dive in. Helps the channel. I get a little bit of commission. Might pay for some of the petrol to get to some of these more out of the way places that I'm tending towards these days. Ooh. Big view. I'll show you it. Wow, this is ridiculously steep. And even tougher. But I'm gonna climb a mountain. The only way is up, baby. This is bad. Very bad. I'm leaning over the bike now. Steepest bit so far, definitely. Wow, that's tough. Big drop down, and the Ebro Valley in the background, looking rather lovely. But for us, more up. This is harder than last week. Just thought I'd mention it. Just as we came over the top, the wind has really picked up. It feels very, very, well, borderline dangerous up here. It's really blowing a hoolie. So I hope it doesn't put me off on the descent. The Hermitage of Santa Magdalena, which is where we're going now. It's a quick excursion, a quick side trip. Shouldn't delay us overly. Oh, bumpy. Really windy. Of course, it's not easy to get to. Very rocky. Oh. Front wheel's lifting up. Rear wheel is skidding with a massive power that I'm putting down. It's just a little hermitage. It's right on the edge. A dirty great cliff. Oh yes. Oh yes. Let's show you the hermitage first. We'll have a proper look in a minute. And then we got this. So the Clàssica will be coming up that road in about 25 minutes. And then we've got the whole of this magnificent view all the way around us, and below us is not very much, just a lovely cliff. That is magnificent. I'd forgotten, it's been a long time since I've been up here. Let's have a look at what we can see. The hermitage is actually private. Let's see if we can get around the front. It's a shame that it's all fenced off. Oh, hello. There's a trail there. It's the bottom of those. Oh, my word, that's going to be a mountain bike trail. Nutters. So it's time for this week's Tale from the Trail. Apologies for the wind noise in advance. It's all about this hermitage, Santa Magdalena. Now, there was a monk, Padre Raul. And Padre Raul was around about 1700 and something, and this incident happened in, I think, 1711, which is a little bit late for this sort of shenanigans. However, Father Raul was a bit of a misfit, even in the monk world, and he was, well, he was mad. He was a mad monk. He was a mad monk, and he had lots of really weird ideas. And frankly, he didn't play well with others. But as he got older, he got more and more eccentric and more difficult to get on with. And eventually, the powers that be sent him off to be in charge of this hermitage, i.e. send him off by himself, just get shot of him. And he was up here for 17 years, and occasionally there would be novice monks that would be sent to his charge in this place. And the longer he spent by himself, the more he was convinced that he could detect witches and witchery. He had decided that the town of Moradebra, which is just below us here, was infested with witches, and in particular a school. Now the school just looked after peasant folks. These were just the kids of poor people, and it was almost like a daycare. Nevertheless, Raoul was convinced that the children there, the girls in particular, were witches. And when he got a particular batch of impressionable novice monks with him, he convinced them that they should go down to the school, take those children and bring them back and punish them. And they were in awe of this guy because he seemed very holy. He was much older than they were, and they didn't really realise that it's not right. They were in his thrall. So they went down to this school, and the novice monks overpowered the teacher, person in charge, and they took 4 girls aged between 8 and 11 years old, and they brought them back here. And the novice monks assumed that they were going to be read the Bible, maybe have, let's hope, some very minor corporal punishment. No, Raoul decided that the only thing that you can do with a witch is to burn them. And so he did. He burnt these 4 little girls. And when the parents came home from the fields to find that their children had been abducted by the monks up at Santa Magdalena, of course, the first thing they did was come up here in an absolute frenzy to find out what's happened to their girls. And they found the charred remains of the children, and the fires were still smouldering. And so what they did is that they meted out their revenge. They grabbed the monks, including Father Raoul, and they pinned them spread-eagled over the embers and piled mesquite, which is all of this oil-filled scrub vegetation, piled it on top of them and burnt them in their place. That's it. That is this week's Tale from the Trail. It's awful. There's no nice bits to it. There's not even a salutary tale to be learned from that, is there? Honestly, Mrs. Yako wanted me to change the ending so that the parents got here in time, save the kids, burnt Father Raoul, but that didn't happen. Everyone died. Everyone died. What a happy story. Last week obviously was a one-off. Last week's happy story was a one-off. I'm going to try and find happier stories. I've already got another one. I don't want to give the game away, but in that one, people's skulls were used as the clangers of bells. Should we get on? We've got a descent now. We've got a descent and we've got a race to watch. So let's get moving. Here we go. Let's cue some sort of speedy music. Only I might be going really slowly. Hopefully not. across the front there. Ah, it's great stuff this. If you ever get a chance to get a really decent gravel bike, do so. Is that a Cabra? I need to look at the footage. Oh, lovely, lovely. That was bloody brilliant. Oh, one last go. Wouldn't expect to see a boat here, would you? Right, Clàssica, here we come. This week's bike, there it is. And there's the view. So we're going to have a good view of them coming. But because that's quite a steep downhill, they would have retained a load of momentum. So by the time they come past us, they'll be absolutely flying. Flying. Whoosh. So, bit of a waiting game now. Starting to get the first police outriders through. I was thinking that maybe I could be about here. But, you know, I thought my bum might look big. I've got to say, I'm actually really excited. I can hear the helicopter. Here they come. Here we go. Venga, venga. Venga, venga. Ay. Venga. And that's pretty much it. They whiz past, fast as you like. Now it's just police. Yeah, that's it. All done. Fantastic. That is the Clàssica Terres Deborah done for the year. I'll have to go back and find out who actually won it.
Què tal? Molt bona tarda. Saludem a tots els espectadors i espectadores instal·lats del districte de Paüls, on uns servidors vam de domicili. Li deixaves aquests 30 segons i comencen a tibar de valent. Abans que dius, sí, em pots dir missa, però bé, jo vaig al límit i no hi ha més, no? Clàssica de les Terres de... Molt ben col·locat, jo crec que això és la bala de... Xumic que aguanta, també? I de separar rodes i cares que saben que són els últims revolts i ja els seus cartells, dos furgos, dos farma. Pots tenir el gallego, et diria, Compte últim revolt, ja serem a gallego. A línia de metre, la història de la Clàssica Terres de l'Ebre. Tercera edició, després de Del Toro.
But that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Slightly different, slightly shorter. Until the next one, thanks for watching.